So it's been an hour, and this is my fourth time trying to record this, but it's all good. Crimson was having some trouble with Pokemon and items and stuff, but we're here, and it's okay because Chase is a really nice guy. This is week 2 of the WBE Season 2. We're up against CrimsonCBad and the Detroit Type Nulls. I'm going to be a little bit quieter than maybe I normally am because I'm staying with Mitch and Dylan, VGC players, really nice guys here in Sydney, and I think Mitch is still asleep. Really hope I don't wake him up. Borrowing Mitch's webcam, so this is a little bit different than my normal webcam. Doesn't make a huge difference, it's just in a different place. So if I look, I think it makes me look like more like this is me looking at the screen, where normally I think it looks like this. So, oh heck, please let this work. I've been through this 4 times. This is my 4th time trying to do this. I'm excited. We had a really big win last week. Which is really nice. We were up against John, and we probably should have gotten 6-0'd, but instead we ended up winning 5-0, so big swing there. But yeah, it was definitely not the cleanest. I mean, the score was good, but the start itself wasn't that clean. We really hope Chase brings Registeel. That'd be really nice. Registeel gives us a couple good opportunities to set up with Mew in this game. Bringing the 6 we had last week, except we have Entei over Araquanid. I'd really like to not see Talonflame, and I'd really especially like not to see Spiritomb. So kind of what I'm thinking here. We're just going to see if he's ready. He's not, but that's okay. I'm excited. WBE so far is going well. I've eaten a lot of hummus the last few days because I spent so much money in Australia. Guys, I actually spent so much money. I'm going to have to start making videos so I can get more money. I mean, it's fine. But basically, now that I'm with Mitch and Dylan for a week, I went out and got myself hummus and pita because that's my favorite food, hummus. And pita's really good too, but for the past 2 days I've had so much of it, and I still have so much left because I bought this gigantic tub. It's actually huge. I kind of want to go to the fridge and get it, but I probably shouldn't. But anyway, I got this giant thing of hummus, and there's still so much left, and so I think literally for the whole week I'm just gonna be eating hummus and pita. All right, we're jumping into it. Let's see if we see Registeel. Let's see if we see Spiritomb and Talonflame or Talonflame. Perfect. Well, not perfect. This is about what I expected him to bring. I have to watch out for the Raikou and the Vaporeon. I think I'm a little under-prepped for those two. We were always going to do Tornadus because it's my best answer to Registeel. He has a lot of really frail Pokemon, so if Mew can get a Rock Polish off, if I position Mew correctly, I think it could be really good. And I think I had a couple opportunities to do it. So, Chase's Ice Crystal has Ice EMZ. Our Tornadus actually has Iron Tail, which means that it can OHKO to Anti, and it can do a good chunk to cure him. So, Toxic Spikes are on this team on Fortress. Stealth Rock on Tyranitar, and Spikes on Fortress as well as Rapid Spin. Entei's just Assault Vest, but Entei would be really good here, except for the Vaporeon. So if Vaporeon goes down, Assault Vest Flame Charge Entei should be really nice. I think we might be able to sweep with that, but kind of feel like it's asking a lot to get rid of Vaporeon because I don't have any really quick ways to do it. I've got Tyranitar who can chunk it, Amoonguss can chunk it, but Fortress doesn't do super well against it. Mew can get rid of it as well, but this is our team. And trying to think. I think we're just going to jump into it. I've got to watch out for the Crobat because that can defog. Crobat's another Pokemon I think I might set up with Mew. Crobat and Registeel, but hopefully he leads Registeel. That's kind of what I was hoping for, but I also wouldn't be opposed to him leading Raikou or Diancie would be really nice, honestly, but I don't expect him to do that. Crobat would be kind of annoying, although it would be nice to know if it has Toxic, because that's kind of the big thing. High Roller. Actually, just lead with Crobat, okay. We're going to Tornadus. We are Focus Sash. So I'm really curious with Crobat here. I could U-turn. Okay, this is my moveset. I could U-turn and just go into Tyranitar. Although that would definitely get his I think we should go for a knockoff. Here's what I'm thinking. I could U-turn here, but I think it's valuable to see what his Crobat wants to do, and I'll also take its item, especially if it's leftovers. Like I said, this is the only way of defogging, and I do have Toxic Spikes to wear down his team, so because I'm Focus Sash, the worst case scenario is probably something like Toxic or a setup move like Nasty Plot, but I do still have a safe Tyranitar switch in. I can U-turn, even if he sets up, honestly Toxic would be the worst case scenario. And even if he sets up with Crobat, like, because I'm Focus Sash, I can U-turn and get Mega Tyranitar safely, which is pretty nice. Probably shouldn't have run Ice Punch in the end on Tyranitar, but that's fine. But yeah, we're going to launch a knockoff here. Goes for U-turn. Okay, so something is coming in here. And actually, this is pretty nice because there's nothing really that like wants to take a knockoff on his team. The ANC obviously in Kyurem if it's got the ICMZ, but honestly, I would trade. Like, I would be happy to know that he has ICMZ on his Kyurem. Like, that's worth it for me. ICMZ hits really hard. Fortress is kind of my dedicated switch into that, to ICMZ. Although, if I can save Fortress and keep it healthy until Crobat goes down, I can set Toxic Spikes, which is really nice. This should be Vaporeon, I think. Yeah, Vaporeon comes in here. Gonna go for a knockoff. Leftovers. Okay, that's fine. Tempted to just go U-turn here. Like I said, this is the one thing kind of stopping Entei. I could taunt, but I think U-turn into a Mungus looks pretty nice. Yeah, because going into a Mungus lets me... Also, they only did 18 damage with the U-turn. Shouldn't Crobat, if it's offensive, be doing more? Okay, we stay in. Let's just go ahead and calc that. This is obviously a defensive Vaporeon. Tornadus T versus Crobat. So that's doing 18 damage, right? So he's got more than 0 attack. But he doesn't have max attack either. Max attack minimum is 19, 0 attack maximum is 17. So he did 18, I think. We're going to go to a Mungus, no reason not to. I'm curious what his switch into this are. It could be safe to go with Crobat. Ah, clever. I should have taunted. That was really clever. Now he gets momentum. I didn't even remember Baton Pass was a thing. And now I'm gonna have to go into Fortress, unfortunately. Could also go into I could go into a Tornadus because I have Focus Sash. But I think it's probably better to save Tornadus. He could go Registeel. Would he go Registeel? I don't know if he wants Rock Slip that badly. If he goes Registeel, I'm going Mew, and I'm just going to set up on him. Actually, if he goes Registeel at any point, let's cure him. Yeah, makes sense. So now I have an option. I probably don't want to stay with a Mungus. Especially because I would stay in, but he could be sub. His Vaporeon has taken actually non-zero damage, so it actually isn't a great switch into my Entei anymore. So that's an option as well. Entei especially bulky. Let's go ahead and pull Cure in the calc. I was hoping to just stay ahead of the set using momentum. Mungus does live Life Orb Ice Beam, but he doesn't have the Ice Crystal, so... No, actually Life Orb Ice Beam is roll. I'm not staying with the Mungus. So the question is, do I want to go into Tyranitar, or do I want to go into... I did EV Tyranitar to make sure that Life Orb Ice Power wasn't a 2-hit KO. So I think Tyranitar is not a bad switch in here. So that is with... Chase likes to make harder reads. Oh wait, it can't take Z Freeze Shock either. Given his team, given Vaporeon is already chipped, and this is Kyurem right now, I think actually going into Fortress isn't the worst idea. I probably should have thought about that more. Because I'm afraid of Z Physical and Z Ice. Ice Beam, okay, so let's see where his item is. 182 and to 131. He has Life Orb. Okay. He did 51 damage. So that's either a mineral minus nature or a so it's probably boosting nature. It's probably timid. And Gyro Ball's going to do like 50%. So I could use this opportunity to set Toxic Spikes and force his Crobat to come in. I actually think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go back into if I go into my Tornadus, then I can actually scout to see whether or not he's going to Earth Power me or Hidden Power Fire me. Because we know he's not Scarf, and we also know he's not Life Orb. This also means Entei's a pretty good switch in. Because I have Focus Sash, even if he goes... Yeah, I like this. Let's see if he switches. Doesn't switch, so maybe he has Hidden Power Fire. He does have Hidden Power Fire, okay. And it's going to give me Doesn't do that much damage. So Ice Beam can power fire. Definitely get a U-turn here. He probably fears superpower. I mean, I'm not gonna Iron Tail, so I'm definitely gonna U-turn. I mean, no, he doesn't outspeed me. He actually does switch. He was probably afraid of superpower. We don't reveal that we have Iron Tail. They Vaporeon comes back in. I could go into Mew and try and win this game. I could also go Mungus again, and this time Spore. I really like this positioning. Baton Pass. I'm gonna try and win the game with Mew, I think. Let me see how much Mew versus Registeel does. Registeel. Okay, so Genesis Supernova. So +6 Genesis Supernova does KO. But I don't know if I'm gonna get the opportunity to go +6. I Nasty Plot, he comes in. I Sub, he Toxics. I Rock Polish, he Seismic Tosses. I Nasty Plot, he Seismic Tosses. I Sub, he Seismic Tosses. I Nasty Plot, he Seismic Tosses. I Sub, he Seismic Tosses. I Genesis Supernova. Wait, hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. This might be stupid, but this is probably stupid, honestly. I'm just gonna hope he doesn't have Toxic. If he has Toxic, I might have just messed this up. If I'd taken this out, I would have probably won with Entei. Okay, I guess for Wish, actually. Cool, that's pretty good. Wish Baton Pass. He's probably got Protecting Scald. Staying in, okay. That's really upsetting. Okay, I gotta win this game fast. I should have subbed. That sucks, I just blew this. That really sucks. Oh, I should have just subbed. I was trying to do it on Registeel. This thing might not even have Wish, Toxic, Baton Pass. We haven't seen the last move. It might be Protect. Jeez. Might not have Okay, so it doesn't have Protect. Okay, so let's see how much Mew +4 is doing to the Vaporeon. We should go for Genesis. Oh wait, he's got some chip damage. If he's calm, he's definitely physically bulky. But we don't want to take too much more damage. We can go for Genesis Supernova. We blew this. We definitely blew this. Because he's going to go into Registeel, and then, yeah. If I'd subbed, this would have been over. I should have subbed. I got greedy. I didn't think he'd have Toxic because he had Wish. I'm going to go for Genesis Supernova because if I don't KO the Vaporeon right here, yeah. Should have done this way ages ago. I really should have subbed. I had subbed for this reason. The good news is when Mew goes down, it should be Registeel on the field, which should let us get Entei in and go for a Flame Charge, and then that should let us threaten a lot of his team. We do care, like I said, Vaporeon is kind of the one thing I was worried about with respect to Entei, so the fact that it goes down is pretty nice. This is turn 3 of Toxic. Okay, I should have... I probably faint the next one. He doesn't know that I don't have Aura Sphere or Fire Blast though, so he might actually choose to sack something off here instead. Though if he does that, he has to sack off 2 things. He could go Registeel. If he thinks I have a Fire move and he doesn't want to lose his Registeel, he could go Registeel and then switch out. But the joke's on him because I only have Psychic. I don't have a better attacking move. If I subbed, I should have subbed. Or even Genesis Supernova and just take another Vaporeon there. But I didn't know he had Toxic. Damn. Registeel. Alright, let's see. We're looking over Psychic, we don't have anything better to do. He doesn't know that though. He might be trying to bluff us into a Fire move. So he can go into like Diancie. Nah, he just lets us use Psychic. Yeah, okay. Unfortunate. We could have won this game, but I don't think we live this. Yeah, all in all, it's not the worst position to be in. I actually kind of prefer you going down here. Let's go into Entei. I'm ready for a Flame Charge here. Like I said, because Vaporeon went down, we can actually KO, and because we have some chip on the Kyurem, we might actually be able to KO that as well. So really the big thing is the Crobat. He shouldn't be able to do that much damage because it's definitely not max invest. So we're going for a Flame Charge. I'm not actually sure if Sacred Fire KOs here. After a Flame Charge it does, yeah. Even if he's bulky. It actually stays in, so interesting. Maybe I should have Sacred Fired. Big damage. Let's see, Seismic Toss? Not again. I was kind of hoping to scare him out. That's okay. We'll take out the Registeel here. We don't want to switch anything into this. We need to see how much we do to cure him, actually. Jeez, Kyurem's way bulkier than I realized. We actually aren't going to do enough. We are Assault Vest, however, so that's good. I could go for Iron Head, but I think I want to save it. He's probably going to Kyurem or Crobat here, both of which are kind of annoying. I guess I should have Sacred Fire to take out the Registeel. But maybe the fact that he stayed in, no, he wouldn't have lived. Yeah. I'm definitely playing a little sloppy with my sweepers. I kind of got jumped the gun a little bit, I think. Because Mew could have swept this whole team if it didn't get poisoned. And even Entei as well if it didn't get poisoned. Because I was both powers of 2 at KO. The good news is he only has Diancie, Crobat, and Raikou left if he goes into Kyurem here. He could go Raikou, but I am Assault Vest, and honestly, Raikou is the thing I'm kind of the most worried about. I guess Diancie's pretty scary as well, especially because we don't know the set. I have left Diancie, I have Tyranitar, Fortress, and Moongus. That's kind of bad, and Tornadus. Well, Tornadus can beat everything except for the... Tornadus can probably beat Diancie, and probably beat Kyurem if I get a little bit more damage on it. So it's really the Raikou and the Crobat, which Tyranitar both does kind of good against. So let's see. Kyurem comes in. As I expected, we're just going to go for Sacred Fire here. I don't necessarily want to reveal that I have Iron Head just yet, because he might go Diancie next. Yeah. Because none of my attacks are going to KO. Okay, I was a little afraid we missed, but big damage. It's a crit. We get the burn, but he's going down to Life Orb. That's nice though, because if we get Love's turn... Oh, never mind. Mixed. Oh, we burned him. That did a lot for a burned. That was a nice... That was an important burn. Because now we get to survive another turn. So Entei gets another hit off, which is nice. He might get 2 more hits off if he goes Diancie here. He must know I have Iron Head. Although maybe the fact that I didn't use it there. I don't know. Someone has to take a Sacred Fire, you know? Which is definitely not what he wants. His best move would be go Dancy and then switch to Crobat. He actually just goes to Crobat, which is fine. I'm going to go for Sacred Fire. We do outspeed this. We do connect. A burn would be nice. Some big damage would be nice. Big damage. Burn. Nice. Guess we're Brave Break. Okay. So now we just have to make sure we don't lose. I think we have to go Tyranitar here because this is the only thing that can quickly remove Crobat. The thing is, my best option is Stone Edge, which isn't super accurate, obviously. We're going to go Tyranitar. Get the sand up. I do need to stall out my own sand so that I don't lose my so that I don't lose my Tyranitar too. So I don't lose my Tornadus' Focus Sash too easily. We're going to Mega Evolve and Stone Edge. He's burned, so his best option is like Super Fang, but he probably has Defog, U-Turn, Brave Bird Roost. There's 5 turns of Sand, 4 after this. Goes for Taunt, okay. Doesn't want me setting up on him, that's respectable. Should I Ice Punched? Please hit. Okay, we do take out Crobat, so that's good. I forgot that I could be Dragon Dance. Yeah, because Dragon Dance would have won me the game there if I had Earthquake, so it's respectable that he wanted to taunt. I didn't know he had taunt though, to be fair. He's down to Diancie and Crobat, and Diancie and Raikou. If Raikou goes down, then Tornadus can KO Diancie as long as it hits. We also have Fortress with Okaberry who beats Diancie, or who can Oko Diancie, I should say. Let's T Tyranitar versus Diancie. Mega Diancie, Blast. Should be like. Does a lot. Okay, +1 actually does KO. It actually doesn't do Raikou here. If he has Aura Sphere, he's got my special defense. Aura Sphere doesn't KO. It does with Choice Specs. No, it never KOs with Choice Specs, so we're going to go for Stone Edge. If we get damage on Raikou, we should win the game. Goes for Aura Sphere, so he has Rash. We do live this pretty easily. And we do miss the Stone Edge, so that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Is it worth saving Tyranitar here? If I save either Fortress or Tornadus, I do win this game. I should have gone for Ice Punch for guaranteed damage, I think. And he doesn't have safety goggles, so he could be sub-Calm Mind. If he's sub-Calm Mind, we're in trouble, aren't we? If he's sub-Calm Mind, we're in big trouble. We're gonna go for Ice Punch. Goes for Aura Sphere, okay. Sub-Calm Mind could actually lose us this game. Sub-Calm Mind, Thunderbolt? No, he can't be both Sub and Calm Mind. If he's both Sub and Calm Mind, then what does that mean? That means he can't have Aura Sphere and Thunderbolt and Extra Sensory. That's what that means. So we're going to launch a Sludge Bomb. Just in case he is Sub, he probably doesn't have both. He could have Extra Sensory. He could just be Calm Mind. Calm Mind would be kind of bad. But again, if I can just get a little bit more damage on this. Okay, it just goes for Extra Sensory. That's fine. Okay, that's actually not great. I would have preferred not to have that happen. Crit will KO me. And Sand's ending soon, unfortunately. How many turns of Sand are left? 1 turn of Sand. Okay, cool. Go for another Sludge Bomb. what I really don't want to happen is have Diancie set up on me. I do have speed and KO with Heckin. Hidden Power, okay, so he actually goes for Hidden Power Fire. I assume that's fire, that's crit though. Wait, that wasn't a crit? Yeah, it's Citrus Berry. Why did that do 0? Why did that actually do 0? Perfect. We actually want Amoonguss to go down. We actually want Amoonguss to go down because then Tornadus can come in. And if Tornadus comes in, it will outspeed, and that way, cool. We faint. Die. Okay, cool. Amoonguss goes down. Tornadus comes in. Thank God he didn't have a berry. That would have been really bad. Bird the heck up. Okay. We're Focus Sash, we have Iron Tail, which is 75% accurate. So we'll go for a knockoff. And we still have Occaberry Fortress in the back, though after a defense boost, I don't think we KO. Assault Vest. Okay, cool. That's why we weren't doing any damage. He was minus special defense Assault Vest. That's cool. Let's see. Fortress. Diancie. Mega Diancie. Timid. Alright, Tornadus. This is a 75% accurate move and you get 2 shots at it. So I really just need one of these to hit, which is, the odds of me missing are 1 in 4 times 1 in 4, right? 1 in 16? I should hit one of these. No, yeah, 1 in 4 times 1 in 4. So 1 in 16. He's Mega. He's definitely dying if this hits. We do connect. Okay, so that should win us the game. Cool. Okay, so good game to chase. I definitely didn't play this as well as I could. I should have subbed versus the opponent. I was trying to save that so I could basically get a free turn versus the Registeel, but in hindsight, it would have been way better to sub versus the Vaporeon, and that probably could have won the game. Also, maybe Sacred Fire versus the Kyurem would have been better, but versus the Registeel would have been better because that wouldn't have been toxic. Although, again, without the burn, we wouldn't have been in as good a position to begin with. So, Ice Punch probably would have been better versus the Raikou, although in the end it worked out. Yeah, going for guaranteed damage probably would have been good there, but it's okay that we didn't. It all ended up working out fine. Yeah, I think there, like, I had Mew honestly could have swept his whole team. I probably should have gone Vaporeon and launched a Spore because that was guaranteeing that something took a nap. He had no way of stopping that. I don't think any of his none of his Pokemon held safety goggles or Lumberry. So guaranteeing that something took a nap would have been really nice, and that way I could have gone into Mew. Definitely feel like I had the potential for like a 6-0 sweep here, but we're not complaining. On the whole, I feel like in the past I would kind of worry more about like differential, but in this game I just knew that. Like, I went up pretty early getting rid of Vaporeon, like with Mew and Entei ripping big holes, and so I feel like I just did a good job of keeping momentum and, yeah, and just making sure that, like, once I was up, like, it was easy kind of to force trades and keep on the offensive pressure, you know, like, Mew came in and that, like, took out Vaporeon, and then Registeel took half, and then Entei came in and it took out Registeel, and it took out Kyurem, and half of Crobat, and then, Tyranitar came in, it took out Crobat, and could have taken out Diancie, but it missed. Could have taken out Raikou, but it misses. You know, stuff like that. So, like, he never, like, at no point did he have a chance to, like, set up on me, except versus maybe Amoonguss, but, he didn't have the move space for it. Like, he couldn't run Sub and Calm Mind and Extreme Sensory and Thunderbolt and Aura Sphere. So, once we saw Aura Sphere, we knew he probably wasn't going to set up, and then we just played it down so that it was Diancie versus Tornadus and Fortress, which gave me a couple opportunities to win. So, yeah, overall good game. Hopefully in the future I'll manage my sweepers better, because that was definitely something I think I could have just like taken and gone with. But thanks for watching. Thanks again to Chase, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. See you next time. Peace.